Welcome to Salem State University's 2018 Commencement Ceremony. As a courtesy to our other guests, please, to ensure that everyone has a seat, please sit as closely as possible to one another, leaving no empty chairs or spaces. Turn off your cellular phones, beepers, and other such electronic devices. Note that restrooms are located on the upper level in the rear of the arena, and accessible restrooms are located directly behind the arena on the floor level. Note that restrooms with changing tables and accessible facilities are located behind the bleachers and in the main lobby area near the TOEIC gym. Remember that Salem State is a tobacco-free campus. This policy includes chewing and smokeless tobacco products. Be aware that all graduates will be professionally photographed as they receive their degrees, and therefore, for safety reasons, we ask you please remain seated during the awarding of degrees and throughout the commencement ceremony. As commencement guests, please become familiar with the building exit locations. Evacuation orders may be given for multiple purposes. If the fire alarm sounds, prepare to evacuate immediately in an orderly and safe manner. Please follow the instructions of the ushers. Individuals requiring assistance in an evacuation should notify an usher. Please stay calm and, if necessary, help those around you walk quickly to the nearest emergency exit. Please walk in a single file through the corridors and stairwells. When exiting your seat, please use the nearest aisle. Do not climb over or move floor seats, as these are joined together and cannot be individually moved. Please refrain from cell phone conversations and/or texting until you are safely assembled outside the building. Remember that the nearest exit is not necessarily the door from which you entered the arena. All occupants are to assemble in designated areas outside the facility, which is at least 300 feet away from the building. And please do not stand in roadways, as that may prohibit the arrival of emergency vehicles. No one is to return to the building until a university police or city fire official authorizes re-entry. Please note that graduates are assembled by major and may not be in precise alphabetical order when they receive their diploma. Thank you for your cooperation, and please enjoy the ceremony. Congratulations to all our students and their families and friends. After the ceremony, please join your graduate on Alumni Field, which is to the right of the exits. Thank you.
Welcome, all family and friends of the graduates. Would you please stand to welcome the Salem State University Commencement Procession? Thank you. Please welcome Mace Bearer David Allen George, Faculty Marshals Joseph Kasperzik and Susan Case, and the faculty of the College of Arts and Sciences and the School of Education. Please welcome the graduates from the College of Arts and Sciences and the School of Education. Please welcome the members of the Board of Trustees, the University President, school and college deans and university leadership, the honorary degree recipient, student representatives, and other members of the platform party. As Provost and Academic Vice President of Salem State University, I hereby convene the College of Arts and Sciences and School of Education Commencement Ceremony. I welcome to this morning's ceremony all of our guests, and you, the class of 2018. I ask that you remain standing for the singing of our national anthem by graduating student Teresa Alves.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
At this time, I ask that we all remain standing to join in a moment of silence in honor of members of the class of 2018 who were tragically lost before receiving their degrees. Please join me in remembering Christopher Joyce, Joseph Pramis, and Sarah Boyle. I invite you to remain standing for the invocation by Reverend Laura Biddle.
There's a lot of energy in this room. I'm going to ask you to just take that energy and harness it for a moment and go inside yourselves and let us begin with a prayer. God of joy, Spirit of hope, lover of life, creator of new beginnings, today our gratitude is overflowing. From deep in our hearts, we thank family members, friends, teachers, administrators, children, partners, and all the angels we have encountered during our time here at Salem State University. Celebrating the hard work and discipline of each graduate, we gather here to raise them up and honor their accomplishments. Help all of us release whatever angst we might feel as we look to the future. We pray that your light will illuminate the pathway forward and that your wisdom will inspire courage to navigate the challenges ahead. While we celebrate the amazing gifts and talents in this graduating class, we are also aware that this year has included struggles and sorrows. We pray for peace in our hearts, in our homes, and in our communities, and for love where there is hate, for forgiveness where there is bitterness, and for justice where there is any kind of injustice. As we dedicate our time and attention to the class of 2018, we pray that you bless this graduation ceremony with joy. Amen.
Please be seated. I am honored to present to you the 14th President of Salem State University, Mr. John D. Keenan. Good morning, everyone. Doesn't seem to be an empty seat in the house. Congratulations, graduates. I'm sure there's no one more pleased to be here today than you. Well, maybe your family. This is the day you've been striving towards for a long time, and you have worked so very hard. Before I offer you a few words of advice, and I promise just a few, I would like to recognize the incredible group of students. Today, we celebrate 823 new graduates with baccalaureate degrees that will be awarded at this commencement. And when you add that to this afternoon's commencement and our graduation ceremony on Thursday, there are almost 2,200 new Salem State alumni, adding to the over 60,000 strong already. You come from near, some right here in Salem, in Lynn, and some come from far away, Albania, China, Kenya, Nepal, and other places around the globe. All of you, however, can tell stories of how you succeeded in your pursuit of earning a degree. I would like to take a moment to recognize all that you have accomplished. When asked to stand and so able, please remain. Please stand if you are, like me, a first-generation college student. Please stand. Please stand if you are a veteran or an active reserve service member. Please remain standing if you're first generation as well. Please stand. Please stand and remain standing if you're a mother or a father or supporting your family. Please stand if you've worked 1, 2, or 3 jobs while attending college. Just in case that's not everyone, please stand if you're a Celtics fan. Well done indeed, well done. You may have a seat. Each one of you took a unique path in your pursuit of a college degree. Each of you, I'm sure, hit roadblocks along the way, but what remains true is that each and every one of you is a success story. I am sure I can speak for everyone at Salem State when I say we are honored to have aided in and witnessed that success. As we honor all of you for the obstacles that you have overcome to sit here today in your cap and gowns, I think especially of one of our students who was told 2 years ago that because of a tragic car accident that he'd never walk again. Well, today, that student will walk across this stage celebrating his academic and achievement. In many ways, I think his resilience epitomizes your grit and desire to succeed. And I think of one of our graduates today that at 62 years old is fulfilling the dream of earning a bachelor's degree. Sometimes obstacles or challenges stood in your way and tried to tell you you can't or you won't. Well, you have and you will. While at Salem State, so much of your focus has been on your classes, your papers and exams, on being a student. Today, I'm excited to speak to you about being a citizen, about being a productive, engaged, impactful, and thoughtful member of your community. I ask of you these 3 things. Continue to learn, be involved in your community, and appreciate and understand success. First,
please continue to learn, not just by earning your advanced degrees, which I hope many of you will go on to pursue right here at Salem State, but read and have thoughtful discussions and observe the world around you. Challenge yourself intellectually. Don't be afraid to read something or talk with someone you might not agree with or even like. It is imperative that we expose ourselves to ideas with which we disagree. It challenges us to see the other side of the argument and to walk in someone else's shoes. You are now armed with a college degree, and that is such a powerful tool. Your education at Salem State has given you the skills you need to make a difference in the world around you. Please take all that you have learned here and all that you will learn throughout your life to continue the endless pursuit of civic engagement. Volunteer, get involved, voice your opinions, and vote. Take a stand and be counted. Democracy is not, nor is it ever intended to be, a spectator sport. Effective democracy requires, indeed demands, an informed citizenry. Over your time here, you've honed your critical thinking skills and persuasive writing. Put those skills to work not only in your day job, but as an engaged community member wherever life's journey takes you next. And finally, please be careful with measuring success. Do not put pressure on yourself to land your dream job as soon as you walk out of these doors today. Your professional careers are just beginning. You will likely have a job at some point in your career that does not fit who you are. And that is okay. Learn from it and move on. For many of you, getting this commencement ceremony was not a solo journey. You had mothers and fathers, grandparents, guardians, siblings, spouses, aunts, uncles, children, friends, some of you even pets that were with you every step of the way, offering encouragement. I ask all the graduates to once again stand as you are able and turn to those family and friends gathered here today and give them a round of applause and appreciation. Thank you for all your support, everyone up there. None of us got here on our own, whether here today or not. I hope you can thank those who have had an impact in your life. I also hope that in the future you have the chance to have the same impact on someone else in your life. And before I let you go, I'd like to say that success is not measured in titles, salaries, or possessions. Rather, success is measured by the value you bring to others. Relationships are key. You have made lifelong relationships while here at Salem State and will continue to do so as you enter new chapters of your life. Take stock in these important, valuable relationships and always appreciate the comfort, joy, and love that they bring to you. From your friends here at Salem State, please know you will always have a home here. We are so proud of all that you have accomplished. Enjoy life's journey. It is well worth the ride. Congratulations. And now, to bring greetings to today's commencement ceremonies are representatives from the Board of Trustees and the Salem State faculty and librarians. It is my pleasure to introduce to you Mr. Paul Mattera, the chair of the Salem State University Board of Trustees, to bring greetings on behalf of the board.
Thank you, President Keenan, and congratulations to you for completing your first year as president of Salem State University. Good morning. On behalf of the Board of Trustees, welcome. We welcome you and your families and friends to this 208th commencement. Congratulations, graduates. Serving on this board is an honor, and serving as chair is very special. Let me just say a brief word about the board. The Board of Trustees plays an important role in the governance of the university. Our duty is to ensure a sound financial foundation, strong, sustainable academic programs, and a vibrant student experience. Whether you start out as a freshman, a transfer student, or restart your education as an adult learner, you should have confidence that your school and your chosen program of instruction will stay with you until graduation day. That is the responsibility of the board. We have a great board. I'd like to acknowledge those trustees who are here today on the platform. Terry Chisholm, Kathy Murphy, Elliot Katzman, Mary DeSimone, Ruth Ann Russell, and Daniel Vieira, our student trustee. Finally, to all of the graduates from all of the trustees, congratulations on all that you have accomplished. As commencement implies, this is your beginning. Seize the opportunity. We are proud of you.
It is now my pleasure to introduce to you Professor James Gubbins, President of the Salem chapter of the Massachusetts State College Association, who will bring greetings on behalf of the university's faculty and librarians. Professor Gubbins.
Your graduation is a great accomplishment. You have persevered through the struggles of juggling classes, each of which presented new and different challenges, and balancing the demands of home, school, and work. This is a crucial time as you move into the next phase of your lives. It is important for you to know that year after year, studies show that college graduates do better than others in terms of their careers, personal relationships, and health. We, your teachers, are not surprised by that. You struggled, you learned, it's been worth it. We stand in a tradition of education that extends back over 2,000 years to ancient Greece, a tradition that through the millennia has continually pushed to achieve new artistic expressions, generate new knowledge in the sciences and humanities, devise new practices in various fields, and unapologetically proclaimed whatever truth is backed by the best evidence and the best arguments. You are the beneficiaries of that tradition. You struggled, you learned, it's been worth it. It has been our great privilege to help you build your skills in writing, thinking, problem solving, and especially learning how to learn. Together we struggled, we learned, it's been worth it, and now this is your time. Go out, build your futures, your community, and the nation. Congratulations.
To speak for the graduates at this morning's commencement ceremony is Anthony Hodges, who today receives his Bachelor of Science in Sport and Movement Science. Anthony.
That very same fall taught me a lot of life lessons. That very same fall was what I used to propose to my fiance. That very same fall helped me realize that if I can look up, I can get up. And that very same fall will show you that you can do the same. On July 28th, 2015, I was in a really bad accident with a really good friend of mine on his 21st birthday. In class of 2018, we all know when we turn 21, it's time to have some fun. The result in all that fun was me waking up 3 days later to a doctor telling me that I was ejected from the car, that I broke my neck in 5 different places and would be paralyzed from the waist down for the rest of my life. My dreams of playing basketball my senior year and graduating suddenly seemed impossible. But in that very same moment, all I could hear was my mother's voice saying, "Son, you will be okay. You will be okay." As she began to rub my feet, I told her I can feel her fingers on my big toe. My mother immediately left the room and came back with the doctors in a heartbeat. The doctors came in and reevaluated me and noticed that I did have sensation in my big toe. They sent me to Spalding Rehab in Charlestown. As I was at Spalding, I made long-term and short-term goals to achieve as my journey continued. My short-term goal was to learn how to walk again. My long-term goal was to play college basketball and finish my senior year. With the help of the top physical and occupational therapist with one of the best rehabilitation facilities, I was able to push my body to reach its full potential. I began with trying to reach short-term goals such as brush my teeth, feed myself, dress myself, and get out of bed on my own. I was on a strict schedule every day from the time I woke up to it's time to take my last dose of medicine. Every day I was working on small goals, from stretching out my left hand and learning how to hold objects, and stretching out my legs so that I can be able to stand up on my own and finally take steps. You can't imagine how great that felt. I was expected to be at Spalding for 6 months, but I left in 3 due to extra workouts and determination. I was still in a wheelchair, but was able to use a walker to get around. Now what? I'm on my own. I have to set new goals, manage my time, and motivate myself. But before I knew it, I was walking. I was shooting standstill jump shots, and I was finally playing with my brothers and sisters again. I took what would have been my senior year off for recovery, and when I came back, I met a coach at Gazette. We worked out for a year straight with the goal of getting me back into physical shape and gaining strength so that I can play my senior year. And we did just that. I played in 6 games and scored 8 points to wrap up my college career. And throughout this journey, I came to truly understand the power of the mind and that what you think about, you'll become. We all have moments when we feel paralyzed by fear, indecision, or unexpected events. But I urge you in those moments to take action and be the author of your own life. During my recovery, I learned a lot about who I am and who I wanted to be. It is humbling to start over, but it also gave me the chance to reevaluate, to learn, and to adapt to my environment. So class of 2018, if you leave here with anything, leave with this. Continue to grow and see what the world has to offer you. Never settle when times get rough, because there will always be brighter days. Love the people that are truly all about you, because they will create your heart with care. Know yourself, because if you know who you are, then you know who you are not. And lastly, life is a game, and it's all about how you play it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. But before I go, I'd like to leave here with a chant. It goes like this. I'm going to start off by saying, Salem State, do we have spirit? You're going to say, yes, we do, right? Let's try that first. Salem State, do we have spirit? I'm still practicing as well. The second part is going to be, I'm going to say SSU, and you're going to say Vikings. Then I'm going to say SSU, then you're going to say Pride. So Vikings, Pride, right? So let's do that second part. I'm going to do it right. SSU. SSU. Let's put it together, all right? Ready? Salem State, do we have spirit? SSU. SSU. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Anthony. I think perhaps you should have been a theater major instead of a business major. For your wonderful words of congratulations and thoughtful reflections, we appreciate all you've done for this campus in showing your resilience. Trustee Mattera, will you please join me now for the conferring of the honorary degrees?
Trustee Chisholm, will you present your candidate for the honorary degree?
Trustee Mattera, I have the honor to present to you James Oshana Morton for the honorary degree Doctor of Humane Letters.
James Oshana Morton, President and CEO of the YMCA of Greater Boston, Doctor of Humane Letters, honoris causa. James Oshana Morton, you are success personified. You began your life in poverty and rose above adversity to become a lawyer, high school teacher, track coach, and now the CEO of the YMCA of Greater Boston. You attribute your successes to the many factors, including caring adults who saw more in you as a child than you saw in yourself. Their intervention and support put you on a path to becoming a man that wished for himself a life in which he thrived rather than simply survived. Early on in life, you discovered that the way in which to achieve this goal was through education. So you worked hard in school, earning your bachelor's degree, master's degree, and Juris Doctorate degree. Surrounding yourself with inspiring people has contributed to your success. You say you pull from those role models their best qualities and talents to incorporate those into yourself to build your character. These individuals, teachers, administrators, lawyers, and elected officials took an interest in seeing you succeed, opening many doors for you along the way. This building of relationships is critical, not only for professional success, but for personal growth. You pay it forward to the children of Greater Boston area, helping them reach their fullest potential through the work with the YMCA. Your inspiration is knowing that you and your team can impact these children in a positive and meaningful ways. From feeding more than 500,000 children every year and creating positive engagement opportunities during the summer months, to building relationships between communities and the police, and sending 5,000 children to summer camp annually, the work of the YMCA does change lives of so many. Your work marries a career with passion. This excitement and dedication to your work is something that students graduating today should strive to find for themselves as they begin their new careers.
By the power conferred upon the trustees of Salem State University by the Board of Higher Education, it is my pleasure to award you the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters, honoris causa, with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities thereunto pertaining.
On behalf of the university community, I want to thank honorary degree recipient, Dr. Morton, for his service and contributions which enrich our lives. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming James Oshana Morton, Salem State University's 2018 commencement speaker.
Thank you very much.
Wow, I am really moved by the receipt of this honorary degree, and you'll know why in a moment. I am deeply humbled to be with you on this, your day. I am so happy to be here to celebrate this amazing day for each of the members of the class of 2018. And President Keenan, this is a special moment for you because this is your first graduating class, and this is a special moment for them because they're your first class of graduates. So congratulations to you. I would like to thank Paul Mattera, the chair of the Board of Trustees. Paul, I thank you for your continued fellowship. I'd like to thank all of the Board of Trustees for their leadership and their commitment to excellence, equity, and access for all. As I look around and as I shared in your festivities thus far, the class of 2018 is evidence of the commitment of your trustees to access and opportunity. You see, 30% of you are students of color. 50% of you are first-generation college graduates. And you and your classmates committed 360,000 hours to community service. Look around, graduates. Not many graduating classes in America today look like you. You are beautifully diverse, and you are a true reflection of what makes us truly great, our diversity. We all come to America from someplace else, unless you're a Native American, of course. And we should therefore thank the trustees of this great university for their vision and their commitment to access for all. We must also thank the commitment provided to you by your faculty and librarians. You see, what they've done is they've provided you with support. And as they provided that support, they raised the bar, increasing your level of rigor, providing you with the tools that you will need for continued success, because this is only the beginning. I hope my message today will be memorable and insightful. I hope it will reinforce and challenge. I hope it will inspire and motivate. And before I go any further, I'm compelled to thank our beloved and departed Christopher Joyce for being courageous. Yes. We want to thank him for being courageous. We want to thank him for being audacious. We want to thank him for working hard to make his dream of a college degree a reality. I regret that we are celebrating his life instead of celebrating his success. Let us all keep Christopher Joyce and his family in our hearts today and forever. You see, I suspect that many of you in this room know the pain that comes with tragedy. Many of you in this room know the pain that comes with challenge. Many of you, however, as evidenced by your presence here today, have triumphed over challenge. You've triumphed over tragedy. You've triumphed to be in those seats you're in at this very moment. So permit me to share my personal story with you, my own story of triumph over challenge, triumph over tragedy. I hope that it will mirror some of your personal experiences. I suspect that it will. Mine is a difficult story to tell. It is a story of pain and of poverty, of racism, of incarceration, of victimization and bullying. It is a story of constant moving, of public housing and government food. It is the story of being biracial and bicultural, of academic tracking, of hopelessness and despair. But it is also the story of love, of caring adults. It is a story of triumph. You see, it is our story, yours and mine. I am the son of an African-American father and an English-Irish mother. So in a sense, I'm a first-generation immigrant in that I was born in Liverpool, England, where my father was in the United States Air Force, serving as a boxer. One of his teammates got injured in a bout, and so he went to the hospital to visit that teammate. And while he was there, this beautiful, beautiful nurse's aide came walking into the room, and it was love at first sight. My parents would be married in Dublin, Ireland, and I would be their firstborn. That's where the Oceana comes from, James Oceana Morton. You see, I'm the true black Irishman. After a few years, we would find ourselves in Madison, Wisconsin, and my father would finish his tour of duty with the Air Force and become a professional boxer. My mother would find work as a nurse's aide in one of the local hospitals, and our family would grow to 4 boys. And although we were poor, everyone around us was poor, so it didn't feel like we were poor. In fact, it seemed like life was pretty good. Then a tragic event would happen, and everything would change for my family. Change forever, forever to this day. My father, a brother, and a cousin would attend the high school basketball tournament, and while standing outside the arena, some white kids would begin to call them the N-word. My uncle approached the police officer standing nearby and said, "Officer, don't you hear them calling us the N-word? Aren't you going to do something about it?" Well, the officer looked at my uncle and said, "Well, what are you anyway?" That would lead to a verbal exchange, and in short order, the officer would begin to strike my uncle with his nightstick, and my father would come to the aid of his brother and strike the police officer. My father would go to prison for assault and battery on a police officer with a dangerous weapon. Once he became a professional, under the law of most states, his hands became legal weapons. So off to prison my father would go, and we, the Morton family, would go from working poor to welfare poor in a flash. And welfare poor is different. We would go from store-bought food to government food. Once a month, we would get our supply of Spam in a can, beef in a can, peanut butter, powdered eggs, powdered milk, oatmeal, long 18-inch blocks of cheese, margarine, raisins, and prunes. We were the welfare kids sitting in the lunchroom, eating our thick Spam and cheese sandwiches. I wore the same pants to school from Monday through Friday, and I wondered if my classmates noticed. I was deeply embarrassed by the idea that they might notice. And we moved a lot. 7 times before the 5th grade, in 3 different cities and states: Detroit, Michigan, Osage, West Virginia, and Madison, Wisconsin. Being in so many different schools, you can imagine, was not a confident learner. Obviously, lacking confidence and being a shy kid made me uncomfortable when my 5th grade teacher asked me to read a passage out loud. And when I couldn't do it, she made fun of me in front of my classmates. I wouldn't read out loud until 35 years later. I would avoid it. Another challenge I encountered at this time was Joe James. Joe James was a classmate and a bully. He challenged me to more than a dozen fights after school during my 5th and 6th grades. Remember, I was the son of a boxer, so if you beat me up, you got bonus points. Joe and I fought constantly. I was afraid of the kid. Felt like I was always fighting for my life. At home, my mother started seeing another man and forced me to lie to my father when we would visit him in prison. I was not allowed to mention the boyfriend or fear a beating when I got home. I was forced to lie to my hero. When my father got out of prison, I saw him cry for the first time in my life, as he shared with us that our mother was leaving with her boyfriend and that me and 2 of my brothers would go to West Virginia, where we would live with his grandparents while he got his life together. I never forgave my mother for leaving us or for causing my father such pain. So with all this stuff going on, I was a pretty angry kid. I was identified in my school as a slow learner and a juvenile delinquent. They had a very special class at the junior high school for slow learners and juvenile delinquents, and guess where I ended up? In that class with Joe James. That's the way life is sometimes. But it was at this point that things would change for me. How many of you are here today because you received support, encouragement, and kindness from someone else? Right? Many of you. Those folks who supported you saw something in you sometimes that you didn't see in yourself. Well, in 7th grade, Mrs. Mary Lee, she said to me, Jimmy, you don't belong in this class. And if you work hard, I'll get you out. I worked hard and she got me out. And by the next semester, I was with the rest of the kids. And while I was with the rest of the kids, I made friends with Terry Fox. And his father, Robert Fox, owned Bob Fox Janitorial Services. And I started working for Mr. Fox at age 13, and I would continue to work for him until I was 21. Mr. Fox would say in 1,000 different ways, Jimmy, work hard. Be consistent in your effort, and good things will come your way. Mr. and Mrs. Fox became my surrogate parents. I became a member of the Fox family, child number 7. See, they had 6 children. Several years later, when Mrs. Fox would pass away, I gave the eulogy at the funeral, not one of her 6 children. You see, I had become a member of the Fox family. When I got to high school, I decided that what happened to my family was unjust. The N-word had destroyed our family. I decided that I wanted to become a lawyer to prevent what happened to my family from happening to other families. But I didn't have the money for college, so I decided I needed to get an athletic scholarship. I started running track, and my track coach said, Jimmy, if you work as hard in the classroom as I see you working on the track, I'll get you to college. Well, Coach Curry coached me to college, but not as an athlete. I got into college on the strength of my grades. So because of the support of Mrs. Mary Lee, Mr. Robert Fox, and Coach Curry, I went from being a juvenile delinquent slow learner to being a graduate of the University of Wisconsin-Madison and Northeastern University School of Law. And that juvenile delinquent slow learner now holds an honorary degree from Salem State University. Thank you. I am here today because 3 people saw more in me than I saw in myself. What they didn't know is that they were saving my life. I'm the oldest of 5 children. I've buried 2 of my younger brothers, 2 brothers who were strung out on crack cocaine, who spent most of their lives in poverty, and who died young of frontal lobe dementia. I have a 3rd brother who spent more of his adult life in jail than in freedom. If it hadn't been for Mrs. Mary Lee, Mr. Robert Fox, or Coach Curry, I'd be dead, in prison, or society's worst nightmare. I would ask you to take a moment, please, and applaud those individuals who have contributed to your success, whether they are here today or here in spirit. So this is your commencement ceremony, and the word commencement denotes a beginning, commence. You see, you're not at the end of your journey, you're actually at the beginning of your journey. So I want you to do me a favor, graduates, please, class of 2018. Would you close your eyes and open your ears for a moment? Close your eyes and open your ears. Family, friends, faculty, and leadership, let us give the class of 2018 a standing ovation. All right, graduates. All right, Dick. That felt pretty good, didn't it? Felt real good, actually, didn't it? So what does the sound of clapping hands represent? That's the sound of success. It is the sound of success. And so, when you reach those difficult moments in life, which you will, you have challenges ahead of you. You will overcome them as you've overcome the challenges to get here today. But I want to give you a tool to help you overcome those challenges. And so when you meet those obstacles, I want you to just simply close your eyes and think about the sound of success. Because what that sound represents is that there are 1,000 individuals, an entire community of folks who love you, who want to support you, and who feel honored to be in your presence. So when you have those challenging moments, think of the sound of success. Now, by the way, that sound represents something else. It's also the sound of responsibility. Because once you prove that you can be successful, you must continue to be successful. You see, in order for you to reach your fullest potential, you have to stay on that path to success. By the way, success is like compound interest. It builds on itself. It accumulates. They say that success breeds success, and I'm here to tell you that's true. It's been true for me, and it will be true for you. Now, while you're climbing that ladder to success, pull someone along with you. Give someone a hand up. Be that person that sees something in someone else that they don't see in themselves. Please permit me to close with one final thought. I wish you great success in life and hope that you find a way to align your purpose with your passion. And one last thing. I have great love for you. I have great love for you and appreciate sharing this important moment with all of you. May peace be with you always, class of 2018.
Thank you, Dr. Morton. We are so proud now to call you a Viking. Thank you for your cogent and inspiring address. And now, we have reached the portion of the ceremony you've all been waiting for. Provost Silva, will you please present the candidates for degrees?
President Keenan, it is with great pride that I present the candidates for degrees this morning. The candidates for bachelor's degrees in the College of Arts and Sciences will please rise. President Keenan, I present the candidates who have qualified in all respects for the degree of Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Fine Arts, Bachelor of Liberal Studies, Bachelor of Science, with specification according to the department in which they have qualified.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of Salem State University and the Massachusetts Board of Higher Education, I do hereby confer upon you the degree of Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Fine Arts, Bachelor of Liberal Studies, Bachelor of Science, according to the department in which you have qualified with all honors, privileges, responsibilities thereunto appertaining.
You may be seated. The candidates for bachelor's degrees in the School of Education will please rise. President Keenan, I am pleased to present the candidates who have qualified in all respects for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Education, with specification according to the department in which they have qualified.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees of Salem State University and the Massachusetts Board of Higher Education, I do hereby confer upon you the degree of Bachelor of Science, according to the department in which you have qualified, with all honors, privileges, and responsibilities thereunto appertaining.
You may be seated. Assisting with the candidates today is Dean Gail Gasparich of the College of Arts and Sciences and Dean Joseph Cambone of the School of Education. We request that all personal photographs not be taken at this time for safety reasons. The graduates will be professionally photographed as they process across the stage. Graduates, after you have processed across the stage, please return to your seat while your classmates process. Please await the conclusion of the ceremonies and the recessional. Thank you for your cooperation.
Linda Marie Bursch.
Andra Callisto Kakavitas.
Carolyn Marie DeRue.
Caitlin Ann Donovan.
Leana Garcia dos Santos.
Emma Beatrice Foynes.
Brianna Elizabeth Gately.
Luna Hamdi.
Shabari Basharheb Kari.
Emily M. Kwong.
Shelby Ray McCree.
Rosemarie Nicole Mele.
Hannah Kirsten Mallinson O'Leary.
Mackenzie Taylor Paddock.
Ryan L. Perlman.
Liza J. Powers.
Radoy Rahman.
Carly Samantha Rosen.
Victoria Frances Stone.
Yiming Sun.
Emily Marilyn Walenk.
One Wei Ju.
Noliba Gerard Digbu.
Samantha Jean Ocello.
Angelina Maria Benitez.
Hannah Fitzgerald Blaisdell.
Robert Joel Carvajal.
Yining Chen.
Tanya Lynn Dobson.
Hannah Lee Drew.
Jamila Fernandez.
Katarina Gentili.
Kira Ann Govey.
Alma Hoxhai.
Marcos Jose Hosan.
Emily Alexandra Jeffers.
Shelby Therese Caddis.
Taylor Lene Leon K.
Felicia Autumn LeBlanc.
Caitlin Elizabeth Lipka.
Samantha N. Orluck.
Joshua L. Willett.
Victoria Grace Paget.
James Nicholas Paraskevas II.
Nathan Alexander Richards.
Kayla Nicole Shaw.
Ali Hussein Shirazi.
Tabitha Lee Torres.
Kiera Lisbeth Vargas.
Jessica D. Walters.
Harry Chapin Watson.
Juliana Wessels.
Colleen West.
Jen Chi Yao.
Gabrielle Claudia Henson Yee.
Philip Michael Ball.
Morgan Lee Bavosi.
Vanessa J. Biasella.
Craig Michael Bowen.
Emmanuel Brito.
Shawnee Richard Burton.
Stephen Alexander Shavs.
Megan Ann Couture King.
Dominic Nicholas DeMasi.
Thomas Robert DeRosier.
Matthew Ilario Dunn.
James Patrick Durham.
Rebecca Ann Green.
Daniel Robert Guillaume.
Kira Regina Higgins Simmons.
Juan C. Jimenez.
Dane Patrick Kowaleski.
Sabrina May Lillis.
Seamus McDonald.
Kayla Ann McKinnon.
Casey Wyatt Miller.
Erin Alessandra O'Leary.
Jennifer Lynn Petz.
Jennifer Rose Ratliff.
Jillian Paige Rubin.
Aaliyah Marie Santos.
Michael R. Scholz.
Justin Alexander Smith.
Jaleel William Vasquez.
Cassandra Sharon DiGregorio.
Eric James Donovan.
Stephanie Nicole Lento.
Sin A. Kim.
Nicholas S. Bias.
Bailey Sheila Noyokas.
Jessica Montgomery Polney.
Ryan C. Scally.
Tristan J. Smith.
Brianna Marie Caron.
Haley Joy Clementi.
Chloe M. Doyon.
Letitia Marie Garcia.
Samantha Helen Lee.
Cody Star Mulliner.
Freddie Javier Rodriguez Diaz.
Kensha Gloria Williams.
Taylor Stephen Ruiz.
Anita Rosa Casita.
Kenisha Shirley Williams.
Phoenix Amber DeRossi.
Alex Ruben Bonilla.
Hubens Bobby Ward Seas.
Hernalyn de Jesus Capellan Santiago.
Haley Devin Jerome.
Daniel Nicholas Hyde.
Dylan Edward Lesage.
Terrell Anthony Green.
Vanessa Marie Martinez.
Christian William Eves.
Asa Michael Petty.
Jeremy LaRoche.
Michael Gary Sylvia.
Jason Daniel Margosian.
Robert Daniel Brennan.
Shanti Evelyn Maria Paria.
James Edwin McCormick.
Alexis Rose Sevieri.
Christopher John Noren.
Bevan Ellen Waldman.
Courtney Beth Plady.
Macy Ella Jennings.
Jamie Michael Clark.
Brittany Christine Napoli.
Katie Jane LeFrancois.
Kelly Ann O'Loughlin.
Paul Lima Miranda.
Bridget Francis Cannon.
Alexander R. Rugaletti.
Toshiro Kame.
Kosi Abdeldin.
Rebecca Diane Mahan.
Megan Kathleen Mon.
Michael Marcel Casal.
Carmi Angelino Adonis.
Kiana Christine Reed.
Jacob Lee Alden.
Mark Christopher Silvestri.
Katrina Lizette Austin.
Shannon May Tucker.
Marcita Barjame Tare.
Charisma Migdalia Acosta.
Lauren Rose Bartlett.
John Alberto Agudelo.
Brian Todd Bouchard.
Matthew J. Antonellis.
Genesis Elizabeth Brito.
Fidele Afi Alike Golokuma.
Michael Adam Cato.
Joseph Arroyo.
Tasia M. Clemenzi.
Catherine Mercedes Beltre Espinoza.
Jennifer L. Provo.
Manushaka Bego.
Madeline Olivia Dahl.
Megan Elizabeth Black.
Ryan Suarez de Sosa.
Brianna Marie Gramato.
John Tin Dovan.
Eilish Rose Burney.
Andrew John Dwyer.
Thomas Andrew Carvalhos.
Shauna Lee Efstratios.
Hunter J.P. Cody.
Mackenzie Fergon.
Brianna Rose Curo.
Alexa Ann Fiorio.
Jerica Danis.
Cedric Thomas Lee Gray.
Jenna Dion.
Cameron L. Hart.
Michael J. Dubon.
Karina Suzanne Houdlet.
Amber Earl.
Sean S. Jenkins.
Julianne Eustacy.
Mariah Jean Joyce.
Edward F. Fionte.
Erin Patricia Klemchuk.
Gina Lee Forte.
Courtney Linda LeBlanc.
John Kevin Halloran.
Gazelle Lopez.
Rebecca Noel Hood.
Samantha Lynn Mabouf.
Haley M. Hughes.
Amanda N. Matthews.
John David Johnston.
Delmas Fabiana Mejia.
Vey Carson.
Diane R. Mignot.
Nikki Ann Carafas.
Jane A. Morgan.
Jamie Lynn Lareo.
Erbo U.
Christopher Joseph Maffeo.
Sabrina Marie Herrera.
Joshua Manchester.
Victoria Ashley Plombadis.
Julia Rose McDermott.
Madeline Elizabeth Pollock.
Richard Scott Merriman.
Evelyn Denisa Reyes.
Ashley Victoria Mola.
Daniel Joseph Roberts.
Shana Marie Morin.
Jessica Rodriguez Rios.
Sandra Gloria Mukisa.
Sarah Ann Ridgren.
Amanda Munafo.
Marissa Rose Sanchez.
Liana Ray Murphy.
Michael L. Soden.
Adewale Okenla.
Renee Lynn Sweeney.
Liza M. Pacheco.
Alana May Turner.
Jacqueline Victoria Perry.
Kylie E. Ward.
Ruth Ashley Pierre.
Brendan Lloyd Lewis.
Eric Francis Piccola.
Ryan Paul Burnett.
Jessica Helene Poirier.
Haley E. Davis.
Amanda Quintanilla.
Augustin Guzman.
Yolani C. Reyes.
Nephalia Matilda Ann Nichols.
Sarah Dorothy Roberts.
Cameron Joseph Sakarchik.
Allison Marie Roger.
Hadia Mecca Abdul Karim.
Alessandra Giuseppina Sabella.
Chantal Alman.
Daniel Cologero Sanfilippo.
Juaniqua Barbell.
Cassandra Joy Safran.
Christopher James Bennett.
Uea on Thong No Fak Hum.
Kayla Patricia Brown.
Alex M. Toomey.
Elizabeth Jane Camieri.
Michelle Trong Tran.
Gabrielle Marcus Caruso.
Cassidy Nicole Walker.
Vincent Joseph Constantino.
Julie Patricia Ewick.
Kristen Danielson.
Shira M. Bakal.
Elise Kelly Diamantidis.
Angelina Marie Kalnan.
Jociny Duran.
Jalmis Casado.
Cody Armstrong Farley.
Cristobal Ferreras.
Samuel Caleb Feinberg.
Jeniba Koroma.
Robert O'Connell Francis.
Moises Ramirez.
Christina Marie Giordano.
Elenza Vangeli.
Craig Joseph Hickey.
Daniel Francis All,
Christina Eleanor Hillner.
John Joseph Amaral,
Joseph Patrick Kelly.
Paige Lee Batista,
Nikos K. Kotzianis.
Marnie M. Biondi,
Dante Gerard Loria.
Brennan R. Cameron,
Anthony Vincent Lamangiello.
John Leo Carnabucci Jr.,
Christopher Michael Martin.
Mackenzie A. Cook,
Carolyn Ann McBride.
Brian DeAngelo,
Christopher J. Meager.
Karen Bridget Devine,
Jesse E. Nocella.
Sean Tierney Doan,
Sueda Munier Noor.
Stephen J. Essery,
Seamus R. O'Neill.
Samuel E. G. Feely,
Anne Marie Pareca.
Jenna Leona Ferrulo,
Madison E. Roberts.
Jessica Elizabeth Freeman,
Jordan Jacqueline Roy.
Jalisa Marie Harris,
Floyd U. Sally.
Jordan Anthony Hill,
Abigail Bellarose Stewart.
Daniel Joseph Kane,
Christina M. Villamil.
Melissa Ann Kleminakis,
Laura Elizabeth Whittier.
Rachel Ann Latimer,
Dean Dorado Alexander Beckford.
Alexandra Leone,
Krista Jean Forsyth.
Christy Lee Maniscalco,
Mehdi Kabaj.
Thomas Brendan Matatal,
Romario Mato.
Kayleen Tara McLaughlin,
Pablo Vargas Ortega.
Nicholas Thomas Mundi,
Dexon Wang.
Taylor Marie O'Neill,
Aminata Bojang.
Michael Anthony Prudente,
Ramatule Diop.
Ricardo Javier Rosario,
Abigail Marie Chenard.
Nina Sakina,
Mary Catherine Kelly.
Joshua Sazin,
Connor Francis Omelia.
Olivia Christina Summit,
Brandon William Parsons.
Elizabeth Paige Juliana Weatherby,
Daria Jean Schofield.
Ryan Baker,
Ashley Elizabeth Walsh.
Jonathan Thomas Schwab,
Andrew Paul Beaton.
Jonathan O. Hughes,
Kelsey Marie Carpenter.
Dimitri Ladoka,
Devin Ann Cudmore.
Samtakchu Emmanuel Ofanagoro,
Eric Paul Gangas.
Dechun Wang,
Shelley James Pierce.
Anthony John Bell.
William Patrick Roche III.
Mohammed Stitu.
Troy William Sullivan.
Justin Burton.
Sean Michael Winters.
Casey Ann Griffin.
Matthew Allen Kameyer.
Andrew Philip McNichol.
Alicia Chen.
Faisal Orch.
Alexis Mary Heafy.
Christian Schluter.
Melina Rosa Mafroforos.
Alexander McGinnis Stokowski.
Salome S. Nakemuli.
Gregory Zoino.
Ashley Gal Reynolds.
Elena E. Ladus.
Fiona Rose Walsh.
Christine Ann Connor.
Janelle Abreu.
Samantha J. Courier.
William Harrison Mallory Blake.
Sarah Elizabeth Rita Lowry.
Erico L. Cordiero.
Danielle Nicole Reeves.
Maureen Breege Murphy.
Jacob Adam Ross.
Danny Estefani Aguiar Merida.
Ryan Wilkinson.
Rosemary Ifioma Anaba.
Tasha Boger.
Nicholas J. Bain.
Matthew Joseph Cardillo.
Shelby Alexandra Barney.
Anya Alexandra Chiara Mitaro.
Melissa Noel Bushwiesen. Bushhouse.
Stephen Paul LaForge.
Jacqueline Lee Boudreau.
Erin Elizabeth McManus.
Chelsea Nicole Brown.
Corey Benjamin Patient.
Nicholas Michael Kane.
Michael A. Swanson.
Casey Lee Carnes.
Samantha Lee Walters.
Jacqueline Victoria Casasa.
Michael Vincent Azalina.
Kaylee A. Champa.
Sure. Michael L. Shirelli.
Christina Cripps.
Jesse Gabriel Fermin.
Nikila Charisse Davia.
Caitlin Marie Jump.
Stephanie Desir.
Mataya. Kashne Mataya.
Taylor Marie Fayetta.
Vincent Anthony Soto.
Jamaica Karen Foy.
Francis Teresa Terrell Sorto.
Janelle Ann Godin.
Cara M. Abramson.
Hector O. Gomez.
Ana Marina Acosta.
Monica Joyce Screw.
Waliola Abiola Adetutu.
Kayla Emily Haley.
Angela Ya Amo.
Carmen Patricia Grion.
Algie Avila.
Nolisha Trinices Greer.
Zoe Alexis Barbara.
Ochechukwu Kenneth Izaguzo.
Rachel Lynn Barrows.
Darwin Joseph.
Elizabeth Chase Boudreau.
Gotta hurry up.
Patrick Michael Braley.
Winnie Caseka.
Rainier L. Cabrera.
Jillian Elizabeth Kinzel.
Deshawn Medina Caraballo.
Julia Catherine Klein.
Jennifer Diane Caro.
Andrew Henry Loria.
Gwen Marcel Shabbat.
Allison Ashley Little.
Aaron C. Connolly.
Samantha Lee McInnes.
Gina D'Alelio.
Jane E. Magro.
Derek Matthew DeChristopher.
Athena Patricia Mangos.
Amy Elizabeth Ellis.
Jacob Connor McNally.
Aaron Tyler Finkelstein.
Dunia Makhtari.
Olivia June Foley.
Stephanie Ann Moscato.
Sarah Jean Foster.
Sarah E. Nickerson.
Tyranny George.
Ashley Marie Ognasanti.
Oceana P. Galladay.
Richard Perez.
Brian Stephen Hernandez.
Rachel Joy Perry.
Crystal Lee Hernandez.
Munash Pikataya.
Melissa Marie Hudson.
Allison Marie Ring.
Janika Iris Jimenez.
Alicia M. Rollins.
Christina Cantena.
Brianna Elizabeth Rosa.
Rebecca Marie Kaplan.
Brianna Rose Savage.
Lauren A. Karpenko.
Gordon Ekbagba Sekagor.
Jamie Michelle Caspar.
Justin Mark Small.
Sarah Marie Kipp.
Melikenfa St. Jules.
Cynthia M. LaBranche.
Vicky J. Stearns.
Renee Yvette LeBlanc.
Kayla Mercedes Carver.
Flor L. Luxama.
Sarah Amelia Tellier.
Ashley Joan McNeil.
Osaya Jessica Uhunseri.
Melena Jean Mallinson.
Angela Lynn Bigno.
Kadisha Yvette McGregor.
Rachel Elizabeth Wentworth.
Catherine Ann McTeague.
Glenish Pamela Barrientos.
Maxime Modestin.
Tina A. Bimbo.
Christine Del Nego.
Catherine Ann Butner.
Kendra Marie Nicholas.
Marlene Checo.
Patrick Philip Parker.
Kiana Michelle Dubois.
Elduani Philippe.
Emma Ann Fitzgerald.
Martha Virginia Pramusas.
Shelley Ann O'Brien.
Carolyn Roselle Roach.
Jasmine Seto.
Carlos Manuel Romer.
Shannon Alexandra Whalen.
Linda Marianela Sandoval Diaz.
Chad Allen Elizbozek.
Christiana Fatu Sawyer.
Emil Arthur Boudre.
Escarly J. Severino.
Brett Edward Bodzinski.
Cella Francesca Spinale.
Corey Brown.
Tony Lee Stark.
Daniel John Campbell.
Anne-Marie Casey Sweetster.
Selena Ariana Capone.
Jessica Augusto de Sousa Texera.
Randy Keene.
Anna Karen Tobin.
Marcus Darnell Cole.
Anthony Villardi.
Jose Omar Claudio.
Vanessa Page Welch.
Kamal Kustovic.
Daniel R. Wilson.
Kevin Paul Edward Downey.
Ardeen. Ellen Janky
C-
Grace Bartlett.
Cesar Rodolfo Echeverria.
Stephanie Ellen Bornman.
Gabriela Marie Ferrero.
Alejandra Carrasquillo.
John Michael Fortin.
Emmanuel Jean Jude Destin.
Jameen Gonzalez.
Darian Lee Ferdinand.
Max Andrew Grayton.
Sabrina A. Garcelon.
Stephanie Marie Gregorio.
Christian A. Recinos.
Billendorf Joseph.
Emily May Tobin.
Abby Ray Keeler.
Marie Francis Aflito.
Maureen Linda King.
James Neil Barber.
Linda Coop.
Brandon James Blum.
Shannon Lee Lamusta.
Gabriela Pereira Brandal.
Tyler Leckman.
Cameron Michael Burke.
Aaron Daniel Laredo.
Chantel Charlotte Marie Cantave.
Paul Andrew Martoni.
Crystal Marie Costello.
Brooke Casey McDonald.
Danielle Lee Dauphinis.
Benjamin James Milo.
William Romuald Dupuis.
Christopher Moore.
Chantel Fernandez.
Leah Messina Murphy.
Colton John Fontaine.
Casey Adele Nestor.
Christopher Joseph Goulet.
Gretchen Keeley Parker.
Trent Aaron Gordon.
Michael Robert Patel.
Amanda Faye Greel.
Sofiane Rafi.
Samantha Lorraine Hallis.
Emily Louise Russo.
Ashley Jordan Jorovich.
Lindsay Seymour.
Justin James Keene.
Sydney Marie Stoddart.
Ryan Patrick Kelleher.
Olivia Rose Sweetek.
Julia Lauren Lamoureux.
Alanis Michelina Tirabassi.
Robert Francis Lescola.
Gloridalis Tolentino.
Benjamin Arnoldo Lara.
George Paul Soutsaurus.
Bridget Elizabeth Lawless.
Cameron Paul Figger.
Jessica Nicole Lefton.
Kelly Ann Wilson.
David Prescott Manning.
Joshua Anthony Ambrosino.
Kelly Ann McCarthy.
Teresa M. Apicella.
James Michael McDonald.
Ariel Asher.
Melissa Malloy.
Jessica Danielle Baker.
Elizabeth K. Mosley.
Megan Elizabeth Betano.
Travis Nadeau.
Irina Bolanova.
Emily Tong Nguyen. Emily Tong Nguyen.
Beatrice Rosanna Bowden.
Chantalise Marie Nunez.
Catherine Mary Bushy.
Christina Marie O'Connor.
James Justin Carroll.
Brendan Powers O'Donnell.
Sean William Kavanaugh.
Adikumbi Oriomi Ayarombi.
Michelle Elizabeth Costa.
Marissa Ann Penji.
Samantha Elizabeth Crone.
Alexis Rebecca Rash.
Alexa Ray Dacey.
Maria E. Ramirez.
Sarah Ann DeFranzo.
Marco Tulio Sanabria.
Christina Marie DeRuza.
William Robert Staffier.
Michaela C. Donnellan.
Nicholas Frederick Stone.
Nicole Marie Eisenhower.
Cameron Renee Tierno.
Maribel Escobar.
Marissa R. Titus.
Samantha E. Ferguson.
Connor William Trider.
Farah Brittany Fontaine.
Anthony Michael Yuva.
Nicole A. Forgione.
Norma Teresa Waja.
Stephanie Marie Gavin.
Giuliano Pavla Zila.
Tyler John Gorman.
Catherine May Antonson.
Haley Rose Grant.
Nora Caitlin Arthur.
Eileen Patrice Harris.
Jasmine Marie Ayala.
Daniela K. Helfrich.
Ashley Lisa Barilli.
Ariana Ashley Hunt.
Kaylee Kathleen Brothers.
Paul Johnson.
Kyla Rose Campbell.
Melissa Ann Cowlick.
Sabrina Nicole Cavallero.
Victoria Rose Hicks.
Tatiana Marie Correa.
Samuel James Roots Hunter.
Brianna M. Couto.
Katerina Michaela McDonald.
Emma Madison Curley.
Justin D. Mastronzi.
Stephanie Allison Davio.
Sarah Vanessa Martinez.
Victoria DiPlazzi.
Kathleen Gorham McElwain.
Kelly Marie Doherty.
Nicolette Paige Morricone.
Kevin Edmond.
Sarah Elizabeth Mountain.
Jonathan Matthew Ellen.
Brianna Elaine Newman.
Michaela May Fairman.
Julie Ann O'Coin.
Abby Josephine Fitzgerald.
Bianca A. Padron.
Lori Fontiel.
Ashley Elizabeth Pimentel.
Jenna Marie Gabriel.
Christina Jean Pixley.
Jessica Gonzalez.
Renee Autumn Potts.
Brenda Grandin.
Emma Marie Quinlan.
Haley Christine Hanrahan.
Elsa Samantha Rivera.
Tyler Robert Healy.
Amanda Rosatone.
Gina Nicole Kelly.
Lisa Marie Sawyer.
Claubert Louis.
Kate Miranda Risley Scholes.
Kara Vivian McLean.
Alyssa Rose Shepard.
Dorangi Manzo.
Gabriella Elizabeth Signorile.
Katia Veronica Maurizio.
Olga Serbu.
Nancy P. Marita Bamaka.
Brianna Mary Spinney.
Jillian Elizabeth Malason.
Allison Jean Sutera.
Francesca Murga.
Rhiannon Marie Tinker.
Amber Lynn Newell.
Saran Louise Tujian.
Stephanie Francis O'Kane.
Brian A. Tripoli.
Felicia Oluwatosin Oke.
Kathy Lillian Ventura.
Melissa Nicole Pecuconis.
Jennifer Lee Sarella.
Morgan Taylor Pistorino.
Zanab T. Oseni.
Anne Marie Pollock.
Marcus Randall Faison.
Christina Mary Price. Clarita Viviana Racinos. Nelly Gabriela Rodriguez Ponce. Chelsea Ann Rowe. Kayla T. Rose Scanlon. Sarah Elizabeth Shaw.
It's hard to stop.
James Patrick Sheridan. Marilyn Coty Sigsbury. Victoria Monet Smith. Sarah Jean Sullivan. Gina Marie Taluto. Jacqueline Toledo. Rachel M. Trefoni. Richard Cornell Valentine. Brittany Elise Winters. Marco Salerno. Manuela Sobagal. Teresa Raquel Alves. Daniel Stephen Vieira. Anthony William Hodges.
Congratulations to the graduates of 2018. New graduates, you have many to thank for assisting you in achieving the wonderful milestone of a college education. The faculty at Salem State University were a critical part of your success. Faculty, would you please stand? And new alumni, would you please show them your appreciation? And now, to bring greetings from the alumni, you can be seated. Almost done. And yeah, I get applause for that. And now, to bring greetings from the Alumni Association is Joe Womness, President, Salem State University Alumni Association.
Thank you, President Keenan. Wow, what a great morning. Unlike those of you among us who today are receiving your bachelor's degree, 18 years ago this week, on a Thursday afternoon, I sat in one of those very same seats about to receive my master's degree. I was fortunate at that stage of my life to be able to prepare for a career change which would allow me to pursue my dream of making a difference with elders. Back in those days, I was employed in the private corporate sector, but I felt like I needed to do more. I needed to find the next chapter of my life, a chapter where I could focus on helping others. So after some serious soul searching, I concluded that social work would be my goal. Around that same time, I learned that Salem State now had a master's program in social work, and Salem was an easy 30-minute commute from my home. So I applied, and 3 years later, I had my degree. Looking back, I have to say that my experience was very gratifying. I found small class sizes, a challenging curriculum, faculty members who truly cared, and a tuition and fees that were affordable. Today, I'm a medical social worker, assisting frail elders to navigate their way through the medical challenges that come with advanced age. I have a job that I love, doing very important work, and I owe all of my success and my happiness to the education that I received right here at Salem State. Whether your degree is in history or English, biology or physics, computer science or education, or any one of the many bachelor degree programs that are offered at the university, you now have the knowledge, the skills, and the opportunity to build a career that will bring much meaning and happiness to your life. Today, you become an alumnus or an alumna of Salem State. As an alum of this great university, your automatic membership connects you to an international network of more than 62,000 members. To commemorate your membership, I ask that you please remove the pin from the lanyard given to you earlier today and affix it to your robe. The pin serves as a symbol of your accomplishments at Salem State. Wear it with pride. You may also have noticed the graduates wearing a green cord as part of their regalia today. The cord represents a financial donation of $20.18 made by each student to the 2018 Class Gift Fund. The donation directly supports an incoming student, just as previous class donations may have helped you. As president of the Alumni Association, I invite you all to partake in the events, activities, and organizations that are sponsored by the Alumni Association. Coming up in 3 weeks, we have our annual Alumni Weekend celebration. One of the highlights of the weekend is the Saturday evening party on McEwen Plaza, also known as POMP. To learn more about POMP and the other events for the Alumni Weekend, please check out the alumni calendar on the SSU website. In closing, on behalf of the Board of Directors of the Alumni Association, allow me to extend our deepest and most sincere congratulations. We wish you the greatest of success in your endeavors, and please remember that you will always have a place here in the Salem State University community. Congratulations. And now to offer a benediction, I'd like to ask Reverend Laura Biddle to come to the podium.
Clapping in sign language looks like this. Let's clap. Now let's say at the same time, keep clapping, Spirit Vikings Pride, right? Spirit Vikings Pride, again. Spirit Vikings Pride, one more time. Spirit Vikings Pride. All right. So Anthony and James today told their stories. And both stories were stories about celebrating diversity, overcoming paralysis, and of all kinds, paralysis of all kinds, physical, emotional, mental, overcoming paralysis, and triumph over tragedy. All of these things belong to all of us, all of you, whether it's already happened or will happen. At the center of both of their stories is love. Love that believes all things, hopes all things, and endures all things. So, all of us, but mostly 2018 graduates, go into this world trusting in the power of love. Love triumphs over everything. So go into this world loving yourselves, loving your families, loving your neighbors, and even loving the stranger. Go into the world in peace. God bless you. Amen.
Before today's commencement exercises come to a close, there remains one final ritual to honor. Would all of the graduates please rise? As an indication of your entry into the universal fellowship of educated individuals, I, as your provost, invite you to move the tassel of your cap from right to left. Well done. Parents, families, and friends, I request that you remain in your seats until all of these fine graduates have recessed. Graduates will recess out of the building and will be able to meet you, family and friends, on Alumni Field. Thank you. And now, I hereby declare this commencement ceremony of Salem State University concluded.
We got Bergamaster. Give them a workout. Yeah, number 5. We only have the first 2. There's trumpet parts missing. But we could do 1 and 2 of the 5 pieces. Hey, Misha, you want to play number 5, right? Okay. Yeah.